It's time for yet another episode of Club Flashpoint with your host, a highly energized Dale Flashpoint, standing across from a very mellowed out and just happy to be here, Faden Cross. Although I'm speaking for them, I shouldn't.
I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling ready to do this. To do Tuesday. Fire Emblem, let's go. No, I'm ready to do this.
Tuesday Fire Emblem?
Yeah, to do Tuesday. That was, I don't know. That was like a thing in the Fire Emblem Three Houses community where we're really about to do. No, it was called the Tuesday, and it was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
I believe.
Okay. I'm really...
Or maybe I just assume it's on Tuesday because it sounds like Tuesday and it's the Tuesday.
See, if I had chosen Fire Emblem instead of Kingdom Hearts, I would understand what you're saying.
No, because we would have played Sacred Stone's a much better game.
Oh, okay.
We wouldn't have played,
Do Tuesday?
We wouldn't have played the Do Tuesday, Three Houses.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so ready to be here.
Oh, me too.
I love our monthly game club podcast.
Me too. It's a game club podcast, like a book club, but with video games, where we pick a game and play it, and then talk about it.
Yeah, new game every month. This year,
specifically this year,
our Touchstone games.
Wow, you can get to know us through 6 unique games.
Oh my God!
Faden chose 6. Dale chose 6.
It's perfect.
Wow,
it's so great. But what games have you been playing this month, Dale? What's new in the gaming world for you? Because we play other games. Because there's too many games.
There are just too many. I think I want to talk about Like a Dragon. Ishin is the game I want to talk about. Which is a re-release of a PlayStation 4 exclusive that was launched in Japan, never got ported anywhere else. And what it is a historical theater presentation using the characters of the Yakuza Like a Dragon series in roles of loosely based on reality historical Japan, 1920.
It's historical fiction.
It's historical fiction using the character... Ryomo Sakamoto, who was a Japanese revolutionary back in the time. He was a Ronin that helped to fight against the rigid class structure of the era and really take down the shogunate and kind of create more freedom for, the serf class and the farmer class.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is.
I'm going off of my memory here and not the Wikipedia article that I did read while playing this game. Yeah. But anyway, the more important part is how much fun this game is. It's a Yakuza game, straightforward, but you got a katana and you got a pistol.
I love dual wielding.
So you can choose to no wield and just use your brawler fists, Kiryu style, using what's on the street and throwing it at people and picking them up and doing dragon tosses and hurling them through the wall or whatever.
Yeah, important to say that like a mainstay of the series, Kiryu, is like playing the role of this revolutionary.
Yeah. It is the video game model of Kiryu.
Yeah.
With the hairpiece, or the hair stylized and kimono and hori that he's wearing. He's embracing the role of historical person Sakamoto Ryoma.
Awesome.
It's so cool.
I love that.
And then, of course, because of that, you get pop-ups of other characters from the Yakuza series. Like, the rival guy shows up with the eye patch.
Majima.
My boy.
There
he is playing Ozua. I can't remember the character.
Whoever it is, it's the gay lover to the main character.
And he's just so thirsty for fighting the main character. He's like, I want to fight you every step of the way.
Yep.
And then
that's Majima.
It's
great.
I don't know enough about the Yakuza main characters because I haven't played those games yet. But
that's fair.
This is a solid re-release of the PS4 title, I should say. Having no experience with the
You're
PS4
having a good time.
title. I'm having a great time. What I really enjoy about it is just running through the streets and all of the random quests.
Yeah.
The Like a Dragon series is known for their outrageous side quests, and they're all here. There's one recurring character that I come into who is an aspiring sumo wrestler, but because sumo wrestling is so difficult, he has to spend all of his money on entry fees and has not enough money to eat. So I cook food for him and give him these really great meals, and he'd be like, "Oh, thanks to you, I won, and now actually I've got a little money to pay you back for all of this."
Oh, hey,
cute stuff like that. Or there's this one really fucked up one where you go to the bad side of town, and there's this poor dog who's on the side of the road, and I can help him and give him some medicine. And you come back and the dog's hurt again, and you see these just jerks who were like, "Yeah, we had a good time kicking that dog, didn't we?" And then you beat the fuck out of the jerks. Because, of course, why would they beat up that dog?
And that's what Kiryu does. He just beats the shit out of people.
It's so much fun. And I think one of the important things that the Yakuza series do, they all have these mini games.
I was just about to ask.
The mini game, side thing to make your money is just Harvest Moon. They give you a plot of land and a little farm patch, and you can grow vegetables and then cook the vegetables into different foods and recipes.
I was literally watching a show last night, called Tuca and Birdie. And there is a bit where this the boyfriend of the main character is playing like an RPG MMO game with his friend.
Yeah.
And these characters are like, come slay the dragon with us and stuff. They're like, nope, we're too busy collecting plants and farming.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, this is all games now. Like my partner made a point, it's like, oh yeah, this is just games. They all have a Stardew Valley
There's
sim.
a Stardew Valley Harvest Moon in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's really fun, really cute, and really badass too. Of course, when you're doing the fights and stuff on the streets, you can choose barefisted, just wield the katana and the gun, or just wield the gun.
I don't know why you would never wield katana and gun. That is the coolest thing ever.
It's called the Wild Dancer combat style.
Hell yeah.
And you do these outrageous spins with the katana, and you'll do a 360 and spin the blade while shooting the bullets. That is awesome. But here's my counter argument. Because when you use just the gun, it's an unlimited ammo cannon. There's no need to reload. You could just bang, 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 bang. Yes. It's literally an unlimited ammo cannon. So long as you're in the right distance, you can usually stagger the enemy in 2 or 3 shots and just stun lock them.
Stun lock them with bullets.
It's so silly.
Oh my god.
There are, of course, combos to do that's more than just bang, 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 bang. But when you can do that, why not?
See, this is something I think that's kind of interesting now with Yakuza 7 and them going in the direction of a Dragon Quest game.
Yeah.
The combat is just kind of fine for the Yakuza games I have played. It does get a little bit annoying the more you play the games and you're constantly running into a group of enemies.
More thugs.
Just over and over again. And you have to stop everything you're doing, stop the quest you're wanting to do, stop the fun mini games. And you have to fight these people.
Mm-hmm.
And there is something about the turn-based aspect of Yakuza 7, which makes me go I don't know, I can handle the battles easier. It's something that feels more engaging to me, but maybe that's my preference towards turn-based as opposed to I like beat-em-ups. But I don't know. The Yakuza ones kind of wear on me.
Really just a beat 'em up. You're just buttons.
Yeah, I it's
the turn-based thing was fun. Yakuza 7 is fun.
Yakuza 7's fun.
But so is Ishin.
But so is Ishin, it sounds like. And it's all on Game Pass, so I should try these.
Every single one. Even the one that just came out.
Oh, yes. I need to get more into these games.
It's testosterone soap opera. You'll love it.
It's straight camp.
It is straight camp.
It's great. Oh.
What about you, Faden? What did you play this month?
I played a classic. I went back I played a game.
Opened up the box, the dusty old cardboard box.
Right, blew off my Steam decks, got all the dust off, and I finished a game finally that I couldn't finish like 15 years ago.
Wow.
I beat Final Fantasy VII, the original, and that was great. It's probably going to be the Genova theme, actually. It's definitely going to be the Genova theme, though, because that fucking whips.
It's so good.
It's so good. So, yeah, I played classic turn-based, not turn-based action, turn-based RPG, Final Fantasy VII. And it was a lot of fun, actually. I used to kind of be down on this game because I was one of those people who's like, well, 8's clearly better. Why are people talking about 7 like this?
Who would know? Who could have foreseen that a critically acclaimed game would actually be good?
I know, right? Critically acclaimed game, Final Fantasy VII. Good?
Wild.
Good.
Unbelievable.
It's also not good as 10. I like 13 better, too.
13 2? Lightning Returns?
All the trilogy. All of it. Well, 13, it's just called 13-2, and then 3 is called Lightning Returns.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I should know this by now.
You should know this by now. I only just talk about it all the time for some reason.
Constantly.
And the thing that I love really this time around that it really didn't vibe with me is actually just Cloud as a character. I felt like I understood Cloud more, like who he is and what he wants. I was pretty young when I played the game originally, so the mental trauma of it all wasn't hitting me, especially as I didn't cope with my trauma yet. And so now I'm like, oh shit, I see the signs. Man, rip to Cloud. He's had a rough life. Feel bad for the guy. I also just, Yuffie has grown on me too. I like a materia stealing child.
Okay.
That is just constantly shit talking people, but also has very human moments. So, okay, the thing that, spoilers for Final Fantasy VII, I guess.
Spoilers for a 20-year-old game.
Yes, but also, to be fair, I'm playing this because Rebirth comes out in a couple of months. And there are a lot of people who haven't finished Final Fantasy VII, and who maybe don't know. But we're going to talk about the most iconic death probably in video game history here. It still hits. When Aerith, or Aerith, I guess, is her now new name. It's Aerith in the original release for English. But when Aerith gets killed by Sephiroth, it still is affecting, but not because of the moment of it happening. It was the scene after of the characters reacting, especially the specific party members that you brought into the level. And so I got a great moment of Barrett breaking down and crying at Aerith's body, and then going to Cloud and about to like touch his, like take his hand and like, you know, place it on Cloud's shoulder to comfort him, and just can't do it and just has to run off. And then Yuffie just like goes over Aerith's body, says a prayer and stuff, like looks like she's about to leave, and she just starts breaking down. And then it seems like kind of almost goes into a manic laughter too, though.
Oh, jeez.
And then, like, in front of Cloud, and then she just embraces Cloud and just, like, hugs him, which nobody hugs Cloud. And then Cloud hugs her back. And I was like, fuck, I'm getting hit by the feels.
The feels.
It's also really good because the boss fight you do right after she dies is just playing her theme. And I'm like, oh, they know how to do it. They know how to make games.
Yeah.
Makes me infinitely mad that 16 exists, but, we don't need to talk about that. I already talked about that. And the music's good. The music of Final Fantasy VII, it's just
no
good.
6.
You can't... I know you love Dancing Mad.
Oh, I'm a Kefka fan.
You never even played 6.
I plan to at some point.
Are you going to just play the even number Final Fantasies or the odd number Final Fantasies like you do the opposite Kingdom Hearts thing?
Well, I want to play 6 because Dancing Mad. It's iconic.
That's true.
I have to play an entire JRPG to hear my favorite song. But yes, I will do it. I will do it.
You'll do it? I mean,
Someday.
I like 6.
I can't. That'll be the game I talk about when I finally do it. That'll be my game before the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Only if you get to Dancing Mad. That's the
Only
rule, right?
if I get to Dancing Mad. That's the rule. Yeah. Which means I beat the game.
But the ending to Final Fantasy VII, that's the thing that's actually really stuck with me the most. So I guess spoilers for the whole game. Spoil it all. If you're not ready, I'm so sorry. Just skip ahead until you start hearing music for the next game. That's a good indicator that we're done with this conversation. The planet is about to get struck by this giant-ass meteor. Kill everything. And as it's coming down, the ability Holy that Eris has planned comes into effect and creates this wall to block meteor, but it also has an unintended consequence of starting to destroy Midgard and everything, and it's really getting bad. And so as Holy is helping meteor destroy Midgard, the planet's life stream just comes out and it's all these green tendrils just start pushing at the meteor.
Whoa.
And everyone, you get a shot of Cloud's face, and then you get a shot of Eris's face, of her in darkness and the green bubbles of the life stream appearing around her. It's one of the first shots of the game. So the first shot of the game is actually the last shot of the game, and then it just hits credits. You don't know what happens.
Whoa.
You don't know how this pans out. And then you get a post-credits scene that is one of the party members, Red 13, with presumably his children, running through a barren canyon and then getting on top of a cliff. They see Midgard covered in plants.
Whoa.
But you don't see any humans. And the last note is just children's laughter. And it's really one of those things where it's very ambiguous. They don't tell you shit.
Yeah.
And I love it. I just love it because I'm like, did they all die? Did everyone just die?
To the life essence of the planet?
And we're hearing the children's voices because it's part of the life stream. It's all now just part of the nature.
Whoa.
Or are we, are the humans all alive and just off somewhere else? And they abandoned Midgard and its ideals of destruction of the planet. And that's also really nice. So you just get to sit in ambiguity. You don't get to know what's happening.
Cool.
It's not like Final Fantasy 16 where you literally see children reading, well, not reading, but you see their book of Final Fantasy by the brother of the main character. And that made me want to scream.
Amazing.
It's truly awful. No ambiguity. No letting things lie. My favorite part, though, no, never mind. I'm not getting into this because people are weird. But yeah, Final Fantasy 7, great.
Who knew?
Sephiroth was a punk. Kicked his ass every way to Sunday. That was fun.
Yeah, even though Sephiroth destroyed the solar system.
Even though Sephiroth's supernova did literally destroy the Suez system. Did literally destroy the solar system.
Yeah, so how does Earth
I don't know.
Now? Okay.
I don't know. The planet's not Earth, but you're still in the same solar system as Pluto, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. They don't have all of them. They don't have Mars or Neptune.
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it also blows up the sun and makes it big.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the damage only deals you down to 1/6 of your health.
Which sucks.
It does suck, but he also has a move that brings you to literally 1 HP.
Oh, that sucks more.
Yeah, but if you just queue up with X potions, you fully heal. I don't have to do shit.
Oh.
He was also firing beams of, hey, let's turn your characters into frogs. But I had 2 characters that had ribbons, and they just stood there. Ribbons just negate all status effects.
Nice.
And they wailed on him. So Sephiroth, easy.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Are we ready to talk about this month's game?
It's time.
It's time to duel.
It's time to duel.
We played Pokemon, the trading card game for the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color, which you
Hell
can
yeah.
play on your Nintendo Switch on the Nintendo Switch Game Boy.
Yeah, I have to have an online service, unfortunately. That's really
if
garbage.
you pay money to Nintendo, you can do it that way.
You know, or you could do it better means.
Yeah, by getting an eBay and buying the Game Boy, and then buying a Game Boy Color to see the colors on Pokemon Trading Card Game.
Or just emulate it. Find a copy off the back of a truck.
Yeah. Should I buy this unopened box of Pokemon Trading Card hasn't been shipped from Japan for $600?
No.
Oh,
But you know what you should do?
It's 6 copies.
Jesus.
Of Pokemon. No.
You should be doing an elevator pitch, which is something we like to do here.
It is my turn for elevator pitch, isn't
yes,
it?
it's my touchstone game, and so you have to give the elevator pitch.
Can I look something up for a brief moment?
No.
Okay.
It has to be off the dome. Oh, is
Okay.
it important?
I don't think it is. I think I'm right.
Off the dome. Okay. Well, hey, it doesn't matter if you're wrong.
That's right.
Who's gonna stop us?
Okay.
All right. On your mark. Get set. 30 seconds on the clock. Go.
All right, so listen, Johnny. Trading card games are hot right now. They got the gatherings of magic and shit. They got the Pokemons on the Game Boy. You saw that. That was crazy. What if we take the Pokemons and put the gatherings of magic in there? And then it's a real game already, but we put it back on the Game Boy. I'm telling you, man, it's layers of immersion that you're never going to have considered before. So we pick a Game Boy game of a trading card game of a Game Boy game. Isn't it amazing? I think it's amazing. Magic the Gathering's good, too.
Time. So wait, I'm confused.
I think Magic the Gathering came out in 92.
On the Game Boy?
Magic the Gathering as a concept.
Oh. I don't know.
Pokemon trading card game is very inspired by Magic the Gathering.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The
Pokemon
yes.
trading card game is based off of the Game Boy game Pokemon.
Oh,
So they
right,
put
yeah.
Pokemon the Game Boy game into a trading card game in the physical world.
Yeah.
And then they took the physical
Oh,
trading
now I'm
card
getting- I'm
game
getting-
and
yeah.
put it back onto the Game Boy.
See, these
These
extrapolations.
are layers of
Yeah.
here. It's immersion.
Yeah,
You just got the meta. There's a word here that would make more sense than meta or immersion and layers. It's got
Multifaceted.
That's it. Multifaceted.
Sure. Yeah, so this is my touchstone game. This is the game that
It's
got
the
me
game.
into card games.
Okay.
I was the only one in my school who knew how to play the Pokemon trading card game because I was given this Game Boy game because my parents were like, "Well, this is easier than buying them cards. They can play with that themselves."
Play with that, yeah.
And so I would teach other kids how to play the Pokemon card game. I would also beat them.
Mercilessly.
Not mercilessly. I wouldn't try to. I would tell them, like, hey, you can do this. Remember to attach energies and stuff every turn if you can. You know, just various advice I'd constantly give. But yeah,
you're super helpful. But where we grew up,
yeah, they it was hard. It's hard because
it's hard.
if you don't play the game, that's a lot of rules for a kid still. Like, it's a good game for kids to learn, I think.
Learn rules of trading card games for sure.
It's a very good first trading card game.
Yeah.
So the Game Boy Color game, which also could be played on Game Boy, fun fact.
Backwards compatible.
Yeah,
Even,
it was
even back in 94, 96, 7, I think.
Well,
6,
let me tell you.
98 sounds right. It's 7 or 8.
So this was
1998.
released in 97 in
97.
Japan.
Okay. So we got it in America.
2000.
In 2000?
Yes.
Whoa.
It was a late Game Boy Color
Late.
game. Developed by Hudson Soft.
Love them.
Great.
Kirby's so good.
Kirby's so good. Mario Party's so good.
Mario Party's so good.
Perfect 6 out of 10 games. Published by Nintendo, obviously. It's something that was interesting, they said some features were missing. Obviously, color, if you were playing
Well, yeah.
on the Game Boy. But I couldn't actually find a list that told me all the missing features. It was very strange.
I can tell you one. When you use the card recover, it doesn't actually work. That was a missing feature.
The card.
I'm being facetious.
Oh. Yes, you. How was your time with it overall? You struggled.
I had some frustrations.
You struggled with this children's card game.
Okay. I did struggle with this children's card game for a time. And I think part of that was my experience with Magic the Gathering.
Yeah?
I'm going to blame it on the physical trading cards that I spent a lot of time playing in college. Magic the Gathering can be fun. But what I find to be the most frustrating element of trading card games is luck of the draw.
Yep.
And Faden was really insightful and helpful in showing me ways to minimize luck of the draw within Pokemon trading card game. And once I was understanding of these methods and once I got over my villain shit complex.
What? Explain your villain shit complex for the audience, please. Because this was a stunning revelation to find out.
My Paladin's Oath. The card energy removal is not to be used, for it is evil, and evil will not sustain.
Yeah, you got some carryover from the Drake Redcrest character.
Listen, Magic the Gathering, there's a concept called Annihilator. Annihilator is when you activate...
it's when you attack.
It's when you attack and you remove permanents from your opponent's battlefield.
Yep.
And that can be their land base. There's also a strategy, I think, that specifically targets blowing up lands. And large and wide, the player base of Magic the Gathering has agreed, don't do that. That is not fun. That is a dick move. People that do that are generally not played with whatsoever. So that is in not the prefrontal cortex, but maybe the postfrontal lobe of my brain while I'm playing this game. And I see energy removal. And I'm like, mana blow it up? Nuh-uh. I'm not going to mana blow up anyone. That's evil.
You know who doesn't care? The NPCs, the computer, the AI. They do not give a shit because they have no morals and ethics.
And once Faden pointed that out to me, I was like, well, fuck. Yeah. That'll probably make the game a lot easier, too.
But also, unlike Magic, which I think is important, there's not much interactions you can do to your opponent's cards.
That's another valid point, and especially at this time,
yes,
this is all the game has.
It's the first three sets.
First 3 sets of Pokemon trading card games,
yeah.
So that's all that's available.
Like,
you got to work with what you have.
You have Gust of Wind, you have energy removal, you have super energy removal. Like,
yeah.
You don't have much.
And the tools at your disposal, sure, they might feel a little evil at first.
Little greasy.
Little greasy. My Paladin's Oath! But it was something to get over, and once I did, this game became a lot more fun. It really did. Especially playing against you, Faden. And there were several battles we did where it was no villain shit.
There was a few battles with no villain shit.
No Gust of Wind, no energy removal.
Gust of Wind is not villain shit.
Gust of Wind is villain shit. For context, Gust of Wind, you swap the Pokemon on the on the field for a Pokemon on the bench of your choice, and this is your opponent's field, I should say. You play Gust of Wind, and then you make your opponent change Pokemon.
It's so mean.
It's pretty mean.
It's really mean. It's not evil, but it is mean.
It is mean, evil villain shit.
I guess basic premise of the game, it's Pokemon, so you have to go to the 8 gyms,
yep,
get all the 8 badges.
And there's a professor who will help you along the way.
There's a professor who teaches you how to play the game.
While sending you seductive emails with winky smiley face messages.
A lot of winky faces in those emails,
What's up,
Professor?
Dr. Mason? What's going on?
What's going on, Doc?
Did you get the card pack I sent you? Wink.
Wink. Hey, I included 2 in this one.
Wink.
Wink.
There might even be 3. It's going to be a hard battle.
It's going to be...
Wink.
Damn, you're fighting the Psychic Gym Master?
You're doing really good. Wink.
And then once you get all 8 gym badges, you fight the Elite Four, called the Grand Masters in this. And then you fight your rival again. Classic Pokemon shit.
Classic Pokemon shit.
Then you collect the legendary cards. A Moltres, an Articuno, a Zapdos, and a Dragonite.
Nice.
You didn't beat the game.
I didn't beat the game.
It's okay. I wanted you to at least get to the Grandmasters.
And I did.
They can be ridiculous.
The Grandmasters were tough. They humbled me. Even with the strategies that you told me, I was still finding myself hitting walls because they just had some better cards than I did.
Well, that and the AI are way smarter.
Yeah.
There's a really noticeable step up, like from some of the Gym Masters, but then to the Grandmasters, they are peak players.
They're programmed to hurt you.
They are programmed to hurt you. They're also, so fun fact, there is a sequel to this game that never came out to the US.
Love it.
It's the Here Comes Team R.
Ooh, who's Team R?
It's Team Rocket because it's the Team Rocket sets. It's the Dark Pokemon.
Aha. What was that? The second expansion pack to Pokemon or something?
No, it's we're talking about fourth or fifth maybe. Because the one we are playing is the first three.
The first three.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
we have, I believe,
Coliseum.
No. Those are fake packs.
Oh, those are fake packs?
Those are fake packs made for the game.
I love it.
The sets we have are the basic set, Jungle, Fossil.
Okay. I don't know what
that's
that
the name of those sets. Okay. That's the name of those sets.
Just like Return to Ravnica.
Yeah.
Or Here Comes the Monkeys.
Or Alonzi, the Doctor Who curse shit.
Or Street Fighter.
Not Alonzi. I know it's, but I feel like British people suck, so you know.
Or Fallout.
Yep.
Commander Edition. Okay, cool. Wizards of the Coast is just buying things left.
Well, no, they're licensing things.
Buying the licenses too, right?
Yeah. It's so funny there's going to be a Final Fantasy set and Square Enix has their own Final Fantasy trading card they never promote. I love the Square choice. Let's have a whole Magic set. Not even a secret lair, not even a small
just
smattering
deck. No.
Not even a commander deck. No. A whole Lord of the Rings style set.
A block of cards.
A block of cards. And I'm a mark. Anyway. What's some of the decks you had for this? There's also... Oh, sorry. Before... sorry to cut you off. There's no story to this game, by the way. There's no story. You just go to a place, you kick ass, you fight your rival, who's not even shitty. He's just like, hey, let's duel.
I'm going to get the cards first.
I'm going to get the cards first.
Want a duel? Here's my new cards.
Yeah, here you go. Also, you won. Here's a promotional card.
Cool, thanks. And then you can find, I'm going to say the name wrong.
Oh.
Imakumi?
Yes.
The weird dude.
The weird Japanese pop commercial dude. Based off a real guy that I have no cultural context for. So I was very confused as a kid.
Me either. Cool music. I like the music.
Cool music. Really weird music. His card makes his active Pokemon confused. I don't know why you'd ever use this card.
Because it only works against him, right?
Well, no. It's... So if you beat him enough times, you get his special promotion card.
Amakumi card, yeah.
Right.
What does it do?
It makes your active Pokemon confused.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Oh.
I've been, like, for years, I just can't find a use for this card.
Huh. There's no Pokemon that's like when confused.
Maybe there
do super damage.
I don't think there is in this set.
Slowpoke or Slowbro.
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
It's so weird.
That's very weird. But the decks
you're using.
Yes. I started out with the Charmander and Friends deck because Fire type's awesome, and that's what I did on Pokemon Red.
Charmander's great too. I mean, how can you beat Charmander?
It's like a little lizard, a sweet little salamander.
So cute.
And as I progressed, I was really interested in sticking with Fire type because Charizard's ability is just crazy. Put energy on Charizard. It's fire energy. You can spend it to do 100 damage.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That kills all Pokemon in the game.
Every single one.
Yeah. There's no Pokemon that has more than 100 health. This is low stats as opposed to where we're at now, where I believe I saw a Charizard that has 330 HP.
Holy poops.
That's just more HP than Pokemon game Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or that's the upper limit.
What are we doing here? Are there lots of damage dealing moves now in the Pokemon? I guess it's not important because I'm not going to play it. So I picked that, and then I got interested in the fighting Pokemon. Machamp and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Stretch kick.
Stretch kick is so good. Just attack the bench. Be a jerk. Why not?
Hitmonlee
Evil
just...
villain shit. Evil villain
That's
shit.
not... That's just...
Evil villain shit.
Evil villain shit, a.k.a. playing the game.
Just winning and playing the game.
Just trying to win, not trying to throw.
What are you talking about? I beat you.
You did.
There was one game. So the very fun part about this is playing against your friends. Pokemon trading card game is the best when you're playing against your friends, and especially like even in the same room, like the olden days of the Game Boy. Remember when Game Boy was a social game? Pulls up boomer glasses.
Pulls out boomer glasses. So something that's really cool about the Switch emulation, they added multiplayer support, which it was amazing. I never got to play this game with anyone because nobody else had it, because nobody else knew how to play.
Right.
When you do get the game, it comes with a special promotional card, though, in real life.
No, it's a Meowth, right?
It was a Meowth, yep.
Yeah,
it was the Game Boy Meowth, because something special about this game, they have their own Game Boy variants of Pokemon.
That do special different attacks.
And because they can code things, it makes it easier. They don't have to think about physical card rules.
Yeah. Or flipping coins. They just program coins to always land tails.
Yeah, coins have a specific seed every time you load up a match.
And whenever you use the card recover, which is flip a coin, if heads, take something out of your graveyard, which is awesome. Graveyard interaction is great wherever you go. Yeah. Whatever the show. Every time I used it, I would, of course, flip tails.
Yep.
Every single time.
Too bad that's the only graveyard recover.
It is the only graveyard interaction. But some is better than none, so I tried it, and it failed me every time, so I just abandoned the concept.
If there was more cards that let you do more interesting things your graveyard, maybe that would be more viable. There needs to be a Pokemon's power where it's flip a coin if you fail one more time. Do a re-roll. Reflip. Roll that 1d2 again.
That'd be nice. But there isn't.
Nope.
Instead, there are cards like energy removal, where you remove energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Evil villain shit.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, energy is how you use your attacks. When you look at a Pokemon card, you'll see energy types on them, like Pikachu has an electric energy that it needs, or if you see a star symbol, colorless.
Could be any energy.
But
you need at least that number to fulfill the cost. Sometimes you have to discard the energy to use the power. It's a tricky game. It's a tricky balance of resource versus reward.
Mm-hmm.
That's like trading card games, though.
Yeah, that's just trading card games. To win, you have to either collect all your prizes or knock out all the Pokemon on your opponent's bench and field.
Collecting prizes is kind of interesting. So you'll deal out your hand to yourself, and then each player will deal 4 to 6 to, I guess you could do as many prizes as you want, really.
Yeah, you literally can do as many prizes, but the typical in matches these days is just 6. 6 is the standard format.
Okay. So anyway, 6 cards from the top of your own deck to then give back to yourself as a reward when you knock out one of your opponent's Pokemon. Yeah, that's a really interesting concept.
It's supposed to represent and when you play Pokemon, your team that you have on you. That's why it's 6, because you can have up to 6 Pokemon in the games.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, it's a backwards form in a way.
Yeah,
because when you knock out your opponent's Pokemon, it's the equivalent of just
they only have 5 Pokemon.
They have 5 Pokemon left. Yep.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
I know, it was something really cool. I was like, that's neat. I love that. What other decks did you experiment with?
Water type, because I think at this point in Pokemon, my favorite Pokemon is Poliwhirl, Poliwag, Poliwrath. Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Great. Just it's so cute, and then it just becomes this big guy.
I love frog dudes.
Frog dudes with fists. Gonna punch you.
And swirly bellies.
Big swirly belly. Dynamic punch, which is not a move in Pokemon trading card game, but
does it in the games.
So anyway, that was a lot of fun to play around with. One thing to consider is that the type effectiveness of Pokemon is still considered. So like the rock, paper, scissors nature of fire versus grass versus water, that's all still there, even with the flying and fighting and the normal and the psychic and the...
Yeah.
So when you have a card that has a fist energy, which is like the rock energy...
It's fighting.
Or rock.
But so this is the thing. So they also condense Pokemon types. So fighting energy contains ground type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, and fighting
type
Pokemon. Colorless contains normal type Pokemon and flying Pokemon.
Yeah.
I like how they condense it. Psychic carries a wide variety.
Sometimes poison, sometimes normal.
Sometimes ice.
Yeah.
And grass contains a lot of poison in it.
A lot of poison in grass.
Yeah,
actually, no, that's where all the poison is. There's no poison in Psychic, I don't think.
Grimer.
Is Grimer in Psychic?
Or is Grimer grass?
Grimer's in grass.
That's right. I can never remember.
Yeah.
Grimer always confuses me. Pokemon resistance are considered, so, you could have a Zapdos and it doesn't get hurt from fighting that much.
Because it's
minus
a flying
30
type.
damage. Yeah, because it's a flying type. So I like how it still considers the type. One of my favorite flavors is every Pokemon has a level.
Yeah,
that
just
is
an arbitrary
meaningless.
number that is meaningless.
Though it is continuing the great Pokemon trend of Dragonite is never going to be level 55.
Never.
Even though that's the level he evolves at. He, they,
it,
them.
Pokemon.
Even though that's the level the Pokemon evolves at, you still have a level 45 Dragonite for a card.
Yep. Just like Lance's Dragonite.
Just like Lance's Dragonite. The man who complains about evolving Pokemon too early. Just like Lance.
Just like Lance.
Goofy.
So, I do have to say it, though. As much fun as I had playing this game with you, my ultimate takeaway is that Pokemon trading card game made me remember how much I hate trading card games.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Because it's a very specific genre of play, and there's always going to be a luck factor in the cards.
Always.
Yeah.
And that's just what you got with trading card games.
But hey, it's not poker.
It's not poker, which is just luck.
And bluffing.
What? Oh my gosh. Can you bluff in trading card games?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
But like how?
You just be smooth.
Just gotta be smooth.
Be casual. When you announce your things, don't announce it with strength. Announce it with smoothness.
Be like, Exodia, your turn.
Disarm them with the voice. I would like to talk about some of my decks, though.
Yeah. What kind of things did you build?
I built a really kick-ass fire deck.
Hell yeah.
Mostly predicated on the move Flamethrower, which you need to have a lot of energy for, because when you use Flamethrower, you have to discard a fire energy card attached to the Pokemon.
Isn't it 2 or 3 fire energy?
It's 1. Fire Spin is 2.
Fire Spin is what I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, that's Charizard's final. I almost said Final Smash. But it's
is,
Charizard. Yeah, it is. I love the animations in this game.
They're good.
They're really good.
They're evocative of the Game Boy Pokemon game, but in kind of a more 2D planular way.
The stretch kick is always good, where you see a leg just stretch out from the card.
Yeah.
or Fire Spin, where you have flames just spin all around the screen. Oh, good stuff. I like it. And the second game improves. There is a kick animation they add where it kind of looks like a sexy lady leg is kicking the Pokemon. It's very, very like, look at those gams. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It just seems, it's a very femme leg. I don't know. Maybe this is me projecting.
I better see this later.
You gotta see this later. And yeah, so this fire deck is Magmars, Moltres, but the fancy one that pulls fire energy out from your deck. I gave Dale this deck list, kind of. I didn't give it fully at first for some reason.
I made use of it, though, and it worked pretty well.
It's a good deck. You just go hard. You have to attack fast, attack quickly, have your Charmanders get built up a little bit, while your Magmars are doing the bulk of your attacking.
Yeah. And then hit him with the Charizard.
100
damage.
100 damage. You're out.
Bye-bye.
You're out of here. Nobody's resistant to fire.
Get him out of here! Water's resistant to fire.
But it isn't. There's no actual resistance to fire in the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
It is. Not all of them have it, which is also interesting.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah. Ice is water sometimes, too.
Okay. Lapras.
I always forget Lapras is an ice type. Lapras is good. I love just water gun. Throw more energies on it. Bigger water gun.
I got 15 water energy on this Lapras.
I had a Machamp fighting deck that was okay. Machamp and Dugtrio were the main drivers of the team. I had my Zapdos and Dragonite deck, which is fun.
Flyers.
Gotta love flying. I now have a new Dragonite deck. That's a Dragonite deck.
Dragonite deck. Okay.
So We gotta try that at some point.
I think so.
But yeah, I enjoy the music of this game.
It's very good.
The music's very good.
Almost all of the music is like very.
It's classic.
Upbeat.
Yeah, it's upbeat. Yeah, it's upbeat. There's good combat battle themes. Gym leader themes felt tense.
Yeah.
And then the Grandmaster theme says, and you're like, oh no, I'm spooked. This is scary. It's like a stress song for me because I had such a hard time beating them as a kid.
They're tough.
So many hours. I was just also bad. This time around, I mean, I kind of smoked them.
Oh.
With my fire deck. It was pretty easy. I I did all the challenge cups too. I didn't have to retry any. I just went through all of them easy peasy.
Nice.
I played this game a lot.
Yeah.
The thing I like about 2 is the AI is improved. I can't do the same strategies anymore. They will just kick your ass.
Oh, they're harder difficulty.
Yes, right from the jump.
Good. Or bad, depending on if you're me or
Yeah, that's
you.
true. That's true. You might not like it as much.
Probably not.
But hey, you can find English patch versions of the game. Easy peasy. If anyone's interested, I recommend it. Should we get on to some questions?
It might be time.
It might be time for some questions. Our first question today comes from Beansprout. Does it make you want to buy physical Pokemon cards? I assume it's just like playing the physical card game, which, good assumption. And a few years ago, yes, and I did. And then I realized, this game's still just alright, though. I like having some cards, and I kept some of them, got rid of a lot, donated it to some kids of, like, coworkers.
Yeah.
They loved it.
I would not.
Yeah, this doesn't make you want to go out and buy cards?
Nope.
Magic's already enough.
Magic is already too much.
And Flesh and Blood, of course.
Flesh and Blood is the greatest trading card game on the market. Find it at your local shop now. They're coming out with a new set that's focused on brawlers. It's going to be so cool. Our second question from Nerd Ferguson. Does anyone actually play the card game, or do they just collect them? I don't see Pokemon TCG clubs and games like I do MTG, specifically Arena.
So it is interesting. There is a Pokemon online trading card game you can play right now that is free. They have, I think, revamped their platform to try to be more like MTG Arena.
No kidding.
Because there used to be an old app that lasted for since 2011 to almost 2020.
Whoa.
Yeah. They were, and you would buy packs, and they would have codes, so you get the exact cards in the packs you just opened.
That's kind of
into the game. It's really. I thought that was always clever and nice.
Yeah.
It's hey, I bought this Dragonite. Like when I was collecting cards back in the day, I bought this Dragonite deck, and so I could just have that deck in my game, and it was nice.
That's so good. Very considerate for the consumer.
Don't know why Magic doesn't do that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wizards, where are you?
And in my childhood, nobody played the game. I think that has changed now. I have heard from people who have worked at game stores that Pokemon is fairly popular to play at game stores.
I believe it.
It's, it's accessible. People love Pokemon.
Yeah. There's a part 2. Do you want to do it?
They think Pokemon are used as a meal source, and people kill Pokemon with the show just glossing over it. The show doesn't gloss over it. This is a very specific memory I have. During the Titanic episode of the Pokemon anime, James is specifically imagining a Magikarp cut into pieces and served up as a dish. They eat the Pokemon. And it's acknowledged.
Yeah, don't they farm Tauros? I don't know why I have that
There's
in my
a
head,
safari hunter that hunts the Tauros.
That might be what
That's the
of.
one where they couldn't air it because James has boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Americans.
They're so tame.
So,
and then the next part is, do you think the actual Pokemon TCG players are annoyed at the resurgence of the Pokemon cards craze, especially for celebrities to get Pokemon cards for exorbitant amounts of money, knowing that the celebrity probably has zero clue on how to play and is just using it for collector's items? Or do you think they enjoy it because renewed interest? People like Post Malone, who plays Magic a lot and buys the One Ring for $2 million, people seem to like that. While I've also seen a lot of negative sentiment that Logan Paul buys the Charizard for $4 million.
Well, that's because Logan Paul is more hateable,
Yeah,
but
Logan
I don't
Paul
know why
sucks. Logan Paul is such a good wrestler. He does suck, though. He's a really good wrestler. I hate it.
I don't know. I think we could get on Post Malone buying the One Ring for $2 million as a hate. I'm on that hate train. I don't care. I don't care about either of these two men.
Yeah. And I'm sure that people who are invested in the hobby probably feel more passionately.
So here's the thing about the craze aspect, though. About the influx, the fever pitch.
Are you gatekeeping?
No,
Nerd Ferguson?
No, I don't think that's not that. It's more about, yes, people do hate it right now, but not because it's so popular. It's because of the way scalping has started to work in our society.
Just print cards.
Currently, absolutely. But currently, for example, there were Van Gogh Pokemon cards that were being released, and a whole bunch of scalpers and people who were buying multiple copies stormed, rushing there, trampling over people, pushing. It was just a madhouse.
Yeah, people got hurt.
Very embarrassing. Not severely hurt, but people were just. It was just a disaster, and they couldn't contain themselves, and they were being very bad.
Yeah,
and also just unhinged at the Van Gogh Museum. Not a good look. It's just not great. Nobody likes this anymore. Mm-hmm. And now they then flip it and sell these Pikachu with the hat card. Goofy card. Kind of cute. But also really goofy to think about. I think Van Gogh would like a Pikachu. As a concept. I think Van Gogh would look at Pikachu and go, that's a guy.
That's a cute guy.
I don't know about Eevee, though.
No?
I don't know about Eevee with a hat. I don't know if he'd feel the same way. But for some odd reason, I strongly feel that Van Gogh would like Pikachu in a hat. Yeah, it's all embarrassing all around, honestly, I think is the actual problem. Because we have this stratification of people who have the means and the time and the ability to poach these things and flip them for a profit.
Yeah.
Little capitalist piglets.
As a fan of Warhammer, I know the pain. They do limited run releases far too frequently.
Oh, miserable.
Yep.
Miserable. And to end the questions, we have Hilver. What is your favorite Pokemon card art in the game or across all versions of the TCG? And can you rank in order playing games handheld, playing games at a desk, and playing games on a TV? Thanks.
Love these questions.
Let's do the ranking first.
Okay.
This feels easy.
This is easy.
Because it's changed for me, actually.
Has it?
At the top, playing handheld. Getting my Steam Deck and emulating and being able to play kind of anywhere, even on the couch, great. Playing at TV is the next. And playing at desk is at the bottom for me. I do not really like playing at my desk as much as I used to. But I have better games at my desk, unfortunately. That's the dilemma.
Darn,
Dale?
I thought I had this.
Did I just mess you up?
You just toppled me. Damn. Because I do have more games at my desk. That's where I play the games the most, usually.
Right.
But it kind of
prefer
sucks.
it. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It kind of really sucks. Couch is number one for me. Couch and TV.
Yeah, couch and TV.
I would go handheld next and then desk last.
Yeah. That's where all my good games are, though.
I get this fucking shrimp posture, just sitting with a curved ass spine, playing these good games. Oh, let me stretch out for a second, thinking about it.
And so, do we want to talk about our favorite Pokemon TCG art?
You've been taunting me by keeping it a secret.
You.
I want to know.
You go first.
No, you already know mine. You go first.
Okay, so I brought it here for Dale to witness.
Oh, in mine eyes.
So,
why did I not guess this? I have to leave. So we're playing a TTRPG that Faden is GMing, and Faden dangled 5 experience if I could guess just the Pokemon. And of course it is Faden's favorite Pokemon, so how could I not guess this?
It's so funny.
That is a cute little guy.
So what this is Dragonite. But it's a promotional Dragonite card from Pokemon the first movie where it's the Dragonite with the messenger bag. And it has stuck with me forever since the movie.
Cute.
And I've always wanted this, and I decided to get one. Thankfully, cards like this was like $3.
Oh, yeah.
When I got it, so I thought, why not? I've always wanted this card as a kid. It has a supersonic flight for 3 colorless. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. So, 50-50 shot. Which means for Dale, it's a 0 shot. 60 damage.
0, yeah.
Pokemon Power, special delivery. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may draw a card. If you do, choose a card from your hand and put it on top of your deck.
Not bad.
Kind of a neat brainstorm sort of card.
Card draw.
The art's great.
It's like Paper Mario almost. It's very
2D and
simple,
flat.
2D, yeah.
And the other Pokemon cards I generally like, you can find a lot of, I can't remember the artist's name. I was trying to find it. There's a lot of clay drawing Pokemon.
Yes.
That are so good.
The clay art is awesome.
The clay art is awesome. But Dale, what about you?
Mine is the very first Pokemon card I ever came into possession back in kindergarten. Holy cow.
Did you say kinter?
Kindergarten. It might have been the first grade. But it is the basic Pokemon Pikachu, 40 HP. The just original card art Pikachu guy from set 2, set 1.
Chubby Pikachu.
Chubby classic Pikachu with the sparky little cheeks. And this is the bad one. This is the one that has Gnaw for 1 colorless, 10 damage. Or Thunder Jolt for 30 damage, 1 lightning, 1 colorless. Flip a coin. If tails, Pikachu does 10 damage to itself.
Yeah, that's
this
kind of a
bad
rip.
one.
Yeah. Sorry, I did need to say, by first 3 sets, I meant the base set, Fossil, and Jungle. Base set has 2 sets.
Okay.
There was a second base set that came out after.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's still part of the base.
And
wow, that's a $4 card.
I know, you could just get those cards to have, and it's nice to look at sometimes. I like looking at the Dragonite when I'm flipping through my card book. Yeah. I have a section of my card book that's all the Dragonite cards I kept. I got rid of all my Pokemon cards, but the Dragonite one.
I'm still so mad. 5 experience points.
Lost, because you couldn't choose the simplest answer.
The simplest answer. It was dangling right in front of me.
It would have been funnier if I was wearing my Dragonite earrings, too, at the same time. So, Dale, are you excited to end the year out with my last Touchstone game.
Oh my god, we are ending the year. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited because I've already started it and it's already really good, and Star Wars is a fun thing.
So, we are playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
The
first
BioWare
one.
game.
The
first
BioWare
one.
game. And I have also been playing it again. It's so good. I can't wait. I can't wait to fully talk about this game. It's going to be great.
It will.
We'll also do kind of a Game of the Year special, I'm thinking.
Yeah, a little quick list of our top picks.
Top picks. Submit Game of the Year categories to us.
Oh, yeah. Those are always fun to go over.
Yeah.
Silly Game of the Year categories, fun Game of the Year categories, serious Game of the Year categories, sad Game of the Year categories.
Just send categories to us.
No emotion whatsoever Game of the Year categories.
No, zero emotion. And yeah, so you can find me at Twitter at Faden Cross. I sometimes post there, but I also post updates and ask questions. You can ask me questions via that. Or if you know me, you can ask me via Discord.
You can find me on the Auto Battler Warhammer Soul Arena at Dale Flashpoint.
Hell yeah.
I will play Auto Battler with you. Just the Warhammer one, though.
Just the Warhammer one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's,
fair.
I think free, because I haven't paid anything for it yet. But then again, I do have the Google Play Super Special, because I'm a Google P1. Google has all of my info, blood type, social security number, all of that.
Ancestry.
DNA. They got it all.
Hair follicles.
At this point, I fully submitted to Google's machine. I know that scares the shit out of you.
Sub to Google. Got it.
That's me. But anyway, I'm excited for next month.
I'm so excited.
So why don't we stop doing this and go play Star Wars KOTOR?
Right now?
Right now.
All right. Until next time.
Talk to you later,
month.
family.
Bye. Family?
What?